It says controlling people. So the spirit of Jezebel controls people through emotional starvation, emotional and spiritual starvation. Okay, let's get into this. All right. So in physical war, here's a notice. In physical war, we see this a lot in World War II. Starvation is a tactic used to get people to submit. When people to submit, you starve them. They were physically starved. Okay. They were deliberately denied access to things such as food and water, basic needs, and that got them to submit. Okay. And that's exactly what the Jezebel spirit does. So narcissistic people, we'll just go ahead and call them narcissists for a minute. That's why we hear the terms breadcrumbing. You guys heard that term, breadcrumbing? How narcissists will breadcrumb you. The Jezebel spirit will breadcrumb you. They give you a little tiny bit, just enough to keep you alive. All right. So this platonic relationship, maybe it's a family member. Okay, this could be pretty big. I think a lot of times we want to generally just focus on romantic relationships, but no, this could be any kind of relationship. This could be a church relationship, okay? This could be somebody who's mentoring you. If you guys, the Jezebel spirit loves places of influence, loves places of control. You need to use a lot of wisdom when it comes to submitting, because submission is a good, biblical, healthy thing. We need to submit to God. We need to submit to leadership, good, healthy leadership. Okay, but if you come under submission to somebody who is operating in a demonic spirit, it's going to wreak holy hell on your life, especially somebody such as a pastor or a mentor in your life. Okay, so they're going to breadcrumb you, all right, emotionally and spiritually. They're going to give you just enough to keep you alive, all right? So, or I put situationship too, because you hear that a lot with the breadcrumbing, the situationship. So being in an emotional, sometimes spiritual relationship with someone, but there's no commitment there. So it's, it's a situationship, but they often will use the term breadcrumbing. Okay. So it's giving someone just a little bit, but not really a full meal. Nothing, they're not giving you anything that's actually nourishing you. It's just keeping you alive. All right. But you're starving. Okay. And it's a very unhealthy state. So if somebody's starving, they're not in a healthy state, right? So if you are being starved out, the Jezebel spirit is starving you out, you're not in a healthy state. Okay. So the Jezebel spirit will do this to starve God's people as a war tactic to weaken them so they will submit to her. They will submit to this spirit because they want that. All right. So the narcissist or this Jezebel spirit, as I mentioned before, I think it's oftentimes much overused, abused. I think a lot of people are just, it's too much. Everybody's a narcissist, right? And there are a lot. I mean, it would make sense that the word narcissist is increasing, I guess, because the Jezebel